So one of the reasons that it's difficult to get diagnosed autistic if you've got ADHD as well is because you can possibly be more extroverted, more confident appearing, more bubbly than somebody with a typical just autism presentation. And likewise, if you're autistic, you sometimes have a lot of routines and coping mechanisms in place that help to mask the ADHD. So there's all these people that go through decades and decades, autistic and ADHD, not fitting the profile of either, not getting diagnosed with either. And the medical professionals, they tend to look at one or the other. They don't do a holistic review and work out what's going on. That's why you've got to do it yourself. So I can't tell you how much happier I am now that I know what I'm working with here is ADHD, as I call it. And I'll explain to you as well why I don't say I have autism or I have ADHD. It's my brain, it's how I'm wired, it's literally me. It couldn't be any more intrinsic, it's not an accessory, it's not some disease I've got either. I've got autism, yeah. Makes it sound like an illness I've picked up. But it's me, it's my identity, I am ADHD. I'm not living with autism and ADHD, can you imagine? So I'm not against unconventional relationships like throuples and things, but if I was living with autism and ADHD, autism, she's a really neurotic bitch. She likes everything just so. And ADHD is a bit of an impulsive, inconsiderate dickhead. So in this throuple, we go to bed, and autism likes the sheets completely smooth, everything's square on, the bedroom's got to be really tidy, no noise at all, absolutely still, no breathing, thanks. Whereas ADHD, he's such an inconsiderate prick. He needs to watch YouTube and then check every notification on his phone. He's got to listen to at least half an hour of trip hop and then put on some sleep sounds, and he's tossing and turning all night, and there's me in the middle. No, it doesn't work like that, they are me. So I'd strongly recommend, especially if you've got anybody at all in the family who's got any kind of neurological difference. I don't call it a condition because it's just part of the human experience. All our brains are wired differently. But if you do have any of the struggles I have, or anyone in your family does, it does run in the family. You don't even need a diagnosis. You need an ADHD one to get the medication, obviously, but just knowing that there's a reason why you struggle with things, that you're not a loser, that you're not defective and broken, that everybody's brain is wired differently and yours is a particular type of brain, and that explains a lot. It's so validating, and it's been so good for my confidence and my self-esteem. Imagine going through life, you're a zebra, you've got these beautiful black and white stripes, and you go through life thinking, none of the other horses have got stripes, there must be something really wrong with me. I'm a horse that's been assembled really wrong. I'm just going to hide in the corner. And then you find a herd of zebra, and you realise that zebra are a thing. And that they're not broken horses, they're beautiful zebras, and they're meant to have the stripes. It really does make life better. Thank you.